As of this year, I am a new fan of DC, so I've been educating myself by watching stuff, and one of the first things I watched was Green Lantern the Animated Series, and boy is it underrated! I promise this is relevant. And because I love the series so much, I made a 40-minute video recapping the whole thing, and in the comments of that video, someone told me, hey, you should watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 trailer. It's got someone in it you might want to see. So I watched it, and Aya! If you have not seen GL Taz, you have no idea how big this is. Honestly, I beg you, watch GL Taz. Or if you don't have time for that, you can watch my recap. Like, you gotta see it in real time, dude. But I'll give a short overview of the series finale here, so big ol' spoiler warning. Aya dies. Like, twice. More times if you read the tie-in comics. And it's heartbreaking, because Razer, the best character, my favorite, has just confessed his love to her. Like, this slow burn has been going throughout the whole series, only for her to die! This boy's been through so much trauma! You know what? Just roll the clip.
Let's just break this down, shall we? First, Razer leaves home only to find that the love of his life has died. His rage at that moment fuels him for the rest of his life, and he becomes a Red Lantern to get revenge. Then, he believes himself to be the murderer of thousands after willingly blowing up a planet. But even after that, is rejected by the Red Lantern, so he must join the enemy out of necessity. Then he finds himself falling in love again, but doesn't realize it, and when he does, she dies in his arms, and he's hurting all over again just to find out that it was a fluke. And he's more confused than ever, and accidentally causes her to go on a villain arc, and he has to be the one to kill her! And all this time, he is racked with guilt, and as soon as it looks like happily ever after is on the horizon, it is taken away from him like that. He got a second chance to be with her and didn't even get to keep it! Sure, he, Hal, and Kilowog stopped the universe from dying, and that's all happy and whatnot, but why did you do this in the last episode? Why can't he be happy?
The last thing that happens in the whole show is Razer striking out on his own to find Aya, because when she had died the first time, she just transferred her consciousness to another robot. She's a robot, by the way. But she's also alive because she has part of the Parallax living in the Green Lantern inside her too. It's a whole thing. But Razer is out searching for her, and that's it! I mean, we do get an update on him in Young Justice, but nothing really happens. All we know is that he hasn't found Aya yet. All this to say, this is why I'm watching Crisis on Infinite Earths with no context. I want to see Aya again. I want to know why Aya is here. Is it just a quick cameo and then her whole universe is gonna get destroyed? Or are they finally going to do it? Are they going to reunite Razer and Aya after like 12 years? Well, there's only one way to find out, ain't there? I don't know why I didn't expect that I would be confused. I mean, the whole concept is to watch this with no context. I mean, I guess because I've only seen 3 other DCAMU movies out of order, and I was able to understand them fine. I mean, sure, they made references to previous movies, but nothing really happened to make them required viewing. And like, I've looked at the Wikipedia. I see that the DCAMU is split in half. I thought it was just like, here's where the art style changes, but the designs of these characters are completely different. Is this even still the DCAMU? I wanted no context, and no context is what I shall receive. Onto the movie. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out this was Barry Allen. That's on me. I guess I've never seen him with the cowl off. And when I have, it's been, this guy, who is notably not blonde. But even after I figured out who everyone was, when is everything? It's all out of order. I can't tell what is our universe, but in a different time, and what is an alternate universe. I wish they would label these things. Later on, Barry does explain that he lives his life out of order, which is wild, but a really cool concept. I just wish my brain was large enough to understand it. And also, I don't get the point of showing some of these scenes, because, like, some of them didn't pay off. And, like, are some of these scenes flashbacks to scenes of previous movies? I don't know, because I didn't watch any of them. It kind of dragged in the first half, not gonna lie. And also, why did we go to Earth 3 so much? The one with the evil Justice League? Was it just to have an example of a world dying? But like, we kept going back there, and it's like, nothing's gonna be different. The world is still dying. Why did we come back? Also, there's the mysterious homeless guy. He's doing occult magic and has a British accent. John Constantine? Probably not. But then finally, the fun things happen! A bunch of heroes from all sorts of universes come and interact. It's just hard to keep track of because I don't know who is from what universe. But the Batman-Robin Huntress conversation was pretty cool. And why is Uncle Sam here? And then at the end, we focus on an alternate Kara Supergirl for a bit, and her and Brainiac? Together? I don't know how common this is across universes, but I've just come from watching My Adventures with Superman Season 2, so this feels more than a little weird. And that's it! Final thoughts? Confusion. But hey, that was kind of the point. What did I expect? Well, the first part was weird. The entire first half hour is some dude named Psycho Pirate, who doesn't even look like a pirate, expositing his whole life story for literally no reason. It never pays off. Like, he becomes an important character later in the story, but I didn't need to know your childhood sucked. I could have guessed. Anyway, it was actually kind of funny how we started talking about it. He was like trying to interrogate this other dude, and he was like, "Hey, would you look at that? I've captured you." The other guy says nothing. "Why won't you talk to me?" Still silence. "Are you trying to trick me into spoiling all my plans? Well, it won't work on me." Crickets chirp. "Well, it all started back in 1907 when I was born to my parents." The other half of the first third of this movie is yet another flashback to the Kara Supergirl we saw at the end of the previous movie. The guy who is getting all these supers together is called the Monitor, and he is like kind of her kidnapper / adopted father, and they got issues. Back in present day, supers are getting into teams, like, to do their plan to stop the crisis. But I don't understand this. Psycho Pirate has decided, hey, I'm gonna control people's brains and make them fight each other. Like, what? All the universes are collapsing, including yours! Including you! And you're over here just possessing people? Like, I wonder if the Bat family can beat each other in a fight. Like, honestly, if you're going to call yourself a pirate, go to the sea. You've been banished. I hate how he's making everyone fight each other. Like, I hate watching the Bat family fight each other! They do that enough in mainline comics. I know they're possessed, but, like, I don't have to like it. Also, what is this lineup? We've got childless Batman, Huntress as his daughter, Dick as Robin, Damian as Robin, Terry McGinnis as Batman, Babs as Batgirl, and I think that's it. Like, that's like the most boring lineup you could have had. It could have been cool, because you've got Terry there! This is a squandered opportunity. Terry is literally fighting alongside Bruce as Batman. Why are they not doing anything cool with this? I wish there was more interaction and more variety in the Bat family lineup we see. We could have had multiple of certain characters. Dick as Nightwing, Jason Todd, because he's, like, not in any movie ever. I know that's not true, but he's rarely in anything. Tim, Cass, Steph, Duke, Alfred, Kate, Luke. We could have had the ultimate Batgirl lineup, or all the Robins at once, or something cool. All of them teaching this childless Batman the power of teamwork and family, and I need it so bad! They should have taken notes from Spider-Verse, get a bunch of versions of the same character, let them have shenanigans. This goes for all the super characters we see in this movie. There should be more variety, like, we get characters from across universes, but they're not too different from their original counterparts. Have someone from a medieval universe, or a fully underwater universe, or one where everyone's a ghost, or, I don't know, just have fun with it. Anyway, the only thing that I got super excited about was Psycho Pirate talking to the Anti-Monitor! This is exciting, because the Anti-Monitor was a huge thing in Green Lantern, the animated series. I don't know if it's the same Anti-Monitor, but you're having Aya in the next movie, and she has quite the history with him. Another spoiler warning for GL Taz, but after Razer Dumpster, Aya goes sicko mode and single-handedly defeats the Anti-Monitor and his goons. But then, she goes under villain arc and becomes the Anti-Monitor, and Razor's like, oh snap, I made a mistake. And both Aya and the Anti-Monitor are showing up in part 3, so this could be interesting. Also, I was right about John Constantine. I don't know how he de-aged, though. I don't know enough about this guy. Why did remembering his name make him not old? Also, there are a lot of Johns in the DC universe. I could think of like 4 off the top of my head. Final thoughts? I stopped paying attention near the end and legitimately did not notice that the credits had started. Legitimately, the only thing I can remember about this movie is that Aya was there. When I sat down to take notes on the movie after I watched it, I had to do some intense digging to remember what happened. I definitely think this one was my favorite out of the 3. Even ignoring the fact that Aya is there. So, Kara killed the Monitor, and now she is, sad. The first 20 minutes of this movie decided it wanted to recreate Jurassic Park, and in order to save all the universes, somehow, did they explain how? Somehow they put the remaining ones in this place outside the multiverse called the Bleed. Except, the Bleed is collapsing, and the Anti-Monitor is going around destroying all the universes anyway. what else happened? Batman learned the power of family. Psycho Pirate, I don't know how he got here. I wasn't keeping track. But now there's this Zorro-looking dude who forced him to possess everyone. But it's okay, because the spell broke pretty much immediately.
He's dead. Okay. Okay? What? And they're just not- that's just not a thing anymore. They just stopped it, I guess. Why is this happening? What? Why did you do that?
Well done, Charles.
What did he do? What is happening? Where's Razer?
Anyway, Batman and John Constantine go on their little side quest because John has amnesia and needs to remember because somehow he's at the whole center of this. And I understand now! Or at least I understand more. At the start of this video, I said that I have seen 3 other DCAMU movies. One of those 3 was the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which was the last installment in the first half of the DCAMU. In that movie, Darkseid completely wrecked the Justice League and took over most of their minds, and now the Earth is in some sort of post-apocalyptic dystopia, and it's actually really bleak. John Constantine and the others who aren't being controlled go to Apocalypse, kill him, save the day, and everyone is free. Except everything is still not okay, but at least they're alive. John Constantine tells the Flash, hey, you need to go back in time to stop all this from happening. In this movie, Batman and John see the Flash go back in time and kill baby Darkseid. But doing that created an alternate timeline, and the multiverse was born. Because the multiverse didn't exist before then, which opens a whole nother can of worms that I won't dive into right now, but I guess John Constantine is the only person from that Earth who is here. Anyway, who cares? Because...
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. No. He's so cool looking. Oh my gosh. Oh. Why did it choose you? You were back.
The Green Lantern Corps was reborn. Others soon joined us.
We are here to help you. Now all will truly be well. It will be an honor for me to share my lantern battery with the legendary John Stewart, greatest of the Green Lanterns. Just put your heart and mind to it.
That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. And her boy. That's her loser boyfriend. Her loser boyfriend is back in there together, and probably gonna die. Here he comes. Is Aya getting flashbacks? Don't know. Hey, that's my boy. That's my son. You've beat the Anti-Monitor once. Aya beat him single-handedly one time. You can do it again. Lobo, what are you doing?
So there's a lot of implications here. Apparently, either the Young Justice episode isn't canon because Razer doesn't have his red ring, but they still use the Blue Lantern design from that show, which is cool. Or, after finding Aya, he no longer runs on rage, so he's pure blue. Also, props to the Spider guy and the One-Eyed guy for getting redemption arcs, because in GLTAS, both of them were villains. Anyway, Razer and Aya distracted me for the rest of the film. Kara sacrificed herself to kill the Anti-Monitor, but my brain knew the real priorities.
She died. Where is, Razer? Where's Aya? Where's Razer and Aya? Where did they go? Where are they? Yes, very sad. Where's Razer? Did he die? Is Razer in this room? Is he in here? There's Uncle Sam again! Okay, are they just not here anymore? Where'd they go? There they are! It truly has been a crisis on Infinite. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Okay. Where? Okay. Where's Razer?
Then the selling point of the movie happened. You know, the cameos!
Oh my gosh! Hey! What's up, King? Oh, you're gonna die. Okay. Well, bye. Hey! Oh yeah. Well, there they go. Everyone say bye-bye to your childhood. What a shame. Who are you? Oh wait! Oh! Hey! It's Justice League. Now they're dead. 2003? That's Teen Titan!
Then Wonder Woman does some immortal sacrifice thing, and now all the universe is combined into one Earth, and all the versions of the people just become one. And that's it. Okay. What are the repercussions of this? What is the DC multiverse? Is it everything DC? Comics, live action, all cartoons? Because they still do multiverse stuff. They still will, even after this. And before this, by all accounts, it doesn't make sense. Are there different multiverses? You kind of have to have different versions of every character, so things like the DCAMU, My Adventures with Superman, the DCAU, Michael Reeve, Henry Cavill, the new Superman movie coming out next year, so they can all exist at once with different versions of the characters. No matter what you do, there's still going to be a multiverse. If the 40s Justice League, BTAS, Justice League, Teen Titans, if those are all destroyed, that means that they are confirmed to be in the same multiverse as the DCAMU. And I guess My Adventures with Superman has to be connected too, right? Because Mixie Spitlick briefly turned Clark into S-Taz Superman, although Mixie could have the power to reach across multiverses. But the Lois from S-Taz cameoed in that episode too, but My Adventures with Superman is still ongoing, so it's not destroyed. You see all the problems with this? At least Razer and Aya are finally reunited after 12 years! I just wish we got to see them reunite. DC, that is a movie I will pay you money to make. As someone who watched these movies with almost no context, I am in no place to critique these movies, but I am in a place to be educated. If you have answers to any of my questions or just thoughts that you'd like to add, please leave them in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe for more ramblings, and,